It's funny with me making this video now, because last year I was still unsure about my gender identity and I had no idea. And now this time coming around, I feel so much more confident in my identity. I haven't really fully questioned it as much as I did after coming out. Officially, I feel pretty secure in my identity. And especially by coming to terms with things that, I was afraid to come to terms with. So, and I feel really prideful this month. So I guess this video is warranted. Hello everyone, in case you guys don't know, last year, for Pride Month, I did make a video about this, but I ended up deleting it, but not for the reason that you may think, as explained in the intro. I mentioned a fan art I made for someone, then later on they turned out to be a pedophile, so I ended up deleting that video. So yeah, I didn't want people thinking that I supported them, because I didn't. And I was gonna end up remaking that video, but I never did. And that was probably because I was questioning my gender identity. But now I feel a lot better about that whole thing. So now, this video is here for this Pride Month. Yay! So, I'm not gonna be answering every question in the LGBT tag just because I don't feel like answering those types of questions. So yeah, but if you guys have more questions that you want to ask me, feel free to DM me on Twitter. So yeah. So the first question is, what do I identify as? I identify as bisexual, and I identify as non-binary, and if you want to get into the technical nitty-gritty of it, I'm a trans-masculine demi-boy, and if you don't know what that means, a demi-boy is someone who identifies as more masculine, or identifies partially as a boy, but not fully a boy. Yeah, but I use the more masculine part because sometimes calling myself a boy, a little bit, no, but I'm definitely not a girl. So, yeah. Who was the first person that I told? Okay, the first person I told I was bisexual, I think it was my online friends, was the first time I told. Describe what it was like coming out. Okay, bisexual, it took me a few times because the first time I wasn't fully sure, the second time I was bullied, and my parents didn't really want me coming out because they were afraid I was going to get bullied again, and I took that the wrong way, and which it wasn't. My parents did accept me, they were just afraid of me saying it in front of the wrong person, and quite honestly, with some of the things that have been going on in my town, things could have ended up real bad. But eventually I did, I spoke to them about it, and officially I call my official coming out in April 2019. I remember it was in a KFC, and I cried in KFC coming out as bisexual. Fun times. And they celebrated by getting me a pride flag. Yay! Then me coming out as non-binary. Oh, that was a doozy, because I didn't want to come out. I originally wasn't going to come out, because non-binary is a new term, and it's really hard to explain to new people, but my mom kind of knew. She kind of knew I was trans. One day I was talking about LGBT things, because my parents do ask me about that and stuff like that, and what's something to say, will this offend someone, whatever, and I was telling her about how I felt uncomfortable with my body, and she said that if I wanted to, she would take me to a doctor, and I just broke down crying, and I told her I was trans, and she kind of just held my hand and was telling me it's gonna be okay. What is one question you hate people asking about your sexuality and or gender identity? Oh, when it comes to me being bisexual, people always ask oh yeah, how come there's two things actually that I dislike. It's, oh yeah, how can you like two people at the same time? It's not polyamory, it's just that my dating pool is more sparse and different, and I'm not just, going for someone of the opposite gender or of the same gender. I like both. It's I like chocolate and I like strawberry ice cream and all the other flavors too, Also, oh yeah, so you just like everybody, right? No, because I still have a thing called standards. I'm not gonna date someone who is a dickhead. And then when it comes to my gender identity, non-binaries. Is non-binary like a third gender? Which is how I used to explain it, which is no, big no. I'm really bad at explaining things, but non-binary is just anything that doesn't fit the binary of male and female. And it's not a separate binary in itself, which is one of the reasons why I used to be MB-phobic back in like 2016. I had friends who were very MB-phobic and made attack helicopter jokes, which now I would beat someone over the head with. But yeah, it is a really hard thing to get your head around, but like, you know, I'm much better for it, you know, because I found who I am, and that's all I need to know. What's my favorite thing about the LGBT community? Ooh, there's so much random discourse in the LGBT community that, like, part of me is just like, no. I guess the memes. I think we make pretty good memes on, like, the furry fandom, where we're very annoying, and our memes are beaten to death, and we're not funny. Who is my favorite LGBT icon, advocate, and celebrity? Ooh. Ian Alexander. Because he played Lev in The Last of Us Part 2, and Lev is comfort character for me, and he doesn't get enough credit in my opinion, and yeah, so like, Lev's my favorite character in The Last of Us Part 2, so, yeah, but if I wasn't, I'm gonna pick Ian Alexander, Cops Hate Mo, Brennan Beckwith, No Offense, Miles McKenna, Demi Lovato, Simon Curtis, Bex Taylor Claus. There's a lot. I recorded this video a while ago, and so I just want to add one more person to the list that I didn't add and should be in here. Ben Platt. I'm really obsessed with Dear Evan Hansen and The Politician at the moment, and yeah, I just wanted to put that in there. Totally not to annoy people around me, because everyone who is in my life right now knows I won't shut up about him. So yeah, I got you guys. Have you ever been in a relationship, and how did you meet? I have been in a relationship, and I met them online. That wasn't a good relationship, so I don't really talk about it too much. I only talk about it with close friends, but I don't ever plan on talking about it publicly, really, because that relationship was a no-go. Awful relationship. Have you ever faced discrimination? Yes I did. Sort of, I guess. To explain the story, I was going down to get food from my local Chinese shop, and I'm sitting there waiting for my food, and there were some guys behind me. They were around about a few years older than me, maybe 20, 21, maybe 22, and one of them was someone that I did know from school, and yeah, they did not like me. So they all had golf clubs on them, which made me really fucking scared. They started calling me the D slur. They started calling me the D slur. I don't know if I'm not really allowed to say it because it's derogatory towards lesbians, and I don't identify as a lesbian, even though I am AFAB and I'm bisexual, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that word. I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna say it. And they started making fun of my clothes, like, oh, look at them. Luckily, by the time I got my food, they were gone, but yeah, I thought I was about to get fucking beat up, because I looked gay. The most ridiculous thing you've heard about the LGBT community. There's so many that I just disagree with. Like, you need dysphoria to be trans. All trans women are pedophiles. What? Like, there's literally people, like, who will say this, and I don't understand it. Like, what? Where's the logic in that? There's no logic in, someone who was assigned a male at birth and wants to transition to being a woman, oh yeah, they're a pedophile. Where is the logic in that? Where is the logic? The LGBT slur that I hate the most, the T slur. I hate the T slur. Oh, God, I hate that. When I hear people say that, I want to fight them. I want to bite them. And something you'd like to tell the world about the LGBT community. Irish LGBT community. trans rights, improve our trans healthcare, because our trans healthcare is absolute shit. I have to travel if I want to get my top surgery, because there's only one surgeon in Ireland. So, fuck yous. And also, why is our trans clinic the worst? So, yeah, improve our trans healthcare, please. That's all I have to say for this video. Bye-bye.
You never see it coming.